Hey there, it's Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot, and it is time for Tarot at 12. I can't help but say it like that, too. Tarot at 12. Sounds fancy. Um, well, anyway, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's had a good morning so far. I also hope you've had some lunch. I have not. So I wonder if my stomach will be making an appearance today on our show, meaning the growling and grumbling. Haha. Well, hey, Riddy, Mary, hello. How are you guys? Thank you for coming. I'm real excited. Nav, hello. Got a question already coming in, and I want to make sure we get started right away. I want to try to allow everyone to get a chance. And it's a great problem to have, but we've been really hopping and I haven't been able to get to everybody, which again, that's a great problem to have, right? All right, so let's just go ahead here. Oh, hey, Night Reader, welcome. Okay, I am going to go ahead. Let's see. Time taking. How are you, Regina? All right, well, Nav has a question. Will Amon, the Sagittarius, reach out before July ends? So let's find out. Just a reminder, guys, I do select questions at random, and they are literally like the most random that random can be because the chat is just always hopping, and so I randomly select. But if you want to be guaranteed a reading, bump yourself up on the list by giving a donation. I do have everything kind of set up so that I can be on top of things. So let me know. Talk to one of my moderators if there's a question, and we're going to have a good time. Okay, so will Amun the Sagittarius reach out before July ends? We're going to use the Druid Craft because I kind of miss it, so that's why. And we'll find out. Okay, Amun, I'm going to reach out before July ends. Let's just see. There we go. All right, let's take a look. See what the cards have to say about that. Yeah, I'm starving. I should have eaten before we started. I'm the whole person who said have some lunch and do tarot, and I didn't even have lunch myself. All right, so let's see. Are you going to get connection before July? Whoops, before July ends. Okay. So before July ends, I do think that things are moving. We've got so crooked. I'm sorry. We've got the Chariot, which again is speedy. That's movement, but it's also harnessing the energies to pull you forward. So I think that Aman and you are perhaps trying to get on the same page to pull you forward. I see that is working. I think that, whatever thoughts one or both of you have about that seems to be working. I think it's taken some attention to detail, meaning thinking about what's going on, how to proceed. Perhaps there's a reason why Aman hasn't reached out, that something that's going on his end that, he's trying to get into place. But I see that happening here. But look, right next to it, we have the star. That's the star of hope, the star that leads the way. What is going on with my internet? You guys, I am so sorry. I had a storm here. I don't know if you were here on last Wednesday night. We had this horrible storm, knocked out my internet a couple times, and ever since then, it just seems to keep doing it. I'm going to have to call AT&T today. I apologize. It must be something from that storm outside there. Sorry. Thanks for hanging on with me here. Okay. So back to what we were saying, just to kind of recap. I do think that there is something that's needing to be done, that's being worked on, I mean, to make this happen. I do see the new opportunity coming. We've got an Ace of Pentacles here. That's usually something about your daily life. This is crazy. I'm sure you're frustrated. I'm getting frustrated too, so I apologize. As soon as we wrap up the show today, I'm going to be hot on the phone with AT&T. So sorry. Okay. All right, let's get this all out here before we have another issue. Okay. So I do see a new opportunity coming, and daily life affects what you do. Obviously, being in a relationship affects your daily life. So I do still think that applies. So yes, I want to pull an endgame card though to see on the timeline. I can see things are going to move fast, but again, I think there's something going on still where perhaps there's still something left being on the same page. I'm going to pull an endgame card. I want to see if it's going to be happening before July ends. The Lovers. Wow. That's an awesome end game card, right? Okay. Well, the cards are suggesting that yes, you will. We've got the Lovers. I think you're going to have, I'm assuming that's what you want with Armin, but Aman, sorry, I'm saying his name wrong. That's looking good. Again, there's some work going on though, some details. I don't know if that's perhaps why it hasn't happened already, that this was going on behind the scenes, but I think it was partly getting you on the same page, which I believe you are now. And it's coming. Look at that. All right. I hope that helped, and I'm sorry it was so interrupted and annoying. Oh, I couldn't even, that storm that night too, I jumped. So like literally, if you were on the show, you saw me. It was so loud. It seemed like it was only in my backyard. All right. So let's see what we've got here. Let me see. I don't see any donations coming in, so I'm going to keep on moving. All right. Oh, Mary, thank you for asking about how my doctor's appointment went yesterday. It went great. Thank you. It was a very routine kind of thing, so it wasn't anything to worry about, just kind of a routine pain in the butt. But okay, so let's see. Raina wants to know if she will get a job this year. So let's go ahead and pull that one up. Thank you. Night Reader's helping me. Sometimes I miss, the chat disappears after a while. And so therefore, I need a little help sometimes. Okay. You get a job this year, Raina. Let's find out. Okay, I hope so. This has been a crazy time with the virus, of course. And, it's, whoops. All right, will you get a job this year? We still have almost halfway to go before the year is over, so, lots of things can happen. All right, so let's find out what the cards are saying about Reina's employment status this year. Okay. Well, I think you're going to have some kind of offers. I think you're going to be having several things to, kind of decide between. I think that there's going to be a point where you're kind of just not sure where to go, what to do with this search. There's lots of places to look for jobs and help wanted, but there's also kinds of networking you can do, getting word of mouth, kind of things. Who do you know? I guess that's the big phrase. If you're in sales, you would probably know that. It's always about who do you know. But I think you're going to kind of feel like you're holding yourself back, like you're not going to want to take that extra step, not because you're not willing, but perhaps you didn't think of it. Perhaps it doesn't look good. So the cards are suggesting that you are going to need to keep your options open, and only focusing on one thing or one type of job might kind of box you in. I do see, that something is coming. This is the resurrection card, the rebirth. I mean, there is something coming. But I'm getting the really strong sense that there are some things that you're going to be looking at that you might just, or that you won't be looking at, that you might just not be seeing. Here we have the 5 of Cups, where he's sad because he spilled all these, but yet he's got 2 right there. She's trapped by all these thoughts, but she can easily rip her rope or tissue paper, or toilet paper, whatever that is on her. She can easily rip that off. Here's the King of Swords, thinking, contemplating, strategizing. That's you. You're thinking. This is what's going to come. That's going to be, the rebirth, finding the jobs. But you're getting this real strong attention is being pulled to not keeping your mind open to other possibilities, or perhaps that means also having tunnel vision, looking at one specific job. So keep your options open, keep your mind open, and let's pull an endgame card. Let's just see, are you going to find something that you're happy with this year, which is a little different than will you find a job. I want to know, will you find something you're happy with this year? Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, 6 of Cups. Look at that. How happy can you be? Here he's looking out there. The little kids are playing and the cups are overflowing. And typically this is kind of like a generosity card. The children are giving each other their flowers and playing. So I'm going back to my original comment too, that you might want to look at networking with people you know. Perhaps somebody's going to give you a tip on a job, or, tell you that, they've got a job for you. Who knows? But it's looking good. Keep your mind open. All right, Reina, I hope that helps you. All right, I need to do a little bit of a shuffle here so that I can see, and my moderators are helping me out too so that I can see everything. Let me go ahead and do some scrolling here. All right. Thanks for helping me out there, Night Reader. All right. Mary M. Let me see. I must have missed you, although I said hello and I see that you can't hear me. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. All right, give me 1 second here. There we go. Here we go. What's S's current energies toward me? Do you see him coming my way? Let's just take a look. What are S's current energies to you? And are they, see him coming away? This is a nicely phrased question. All questions are good, of course, but I love it when a question specifically addresses the energy because that's what the cards read. They read the energy. So let's see. What are the energies toward you? All right, S. Okay. What energies coming toward you? Okay. Let's see. We're going to keep using Druidcraft for the time being just because I miss it. Wow, we got this one again in the first spot. And as you see, I randomly do it. I can't even be more random. Okay. That's very amazing. Okay. So here we have the Chariot again. That's speed, keeping things together to move forward. Here we've got that, but let's do the whole thing and decide what we're going to do. We've got the Three of Swords. That is the death of something important, sometimes referred to as the heartbreak card. But that's not necessarily what it means here. So let's not panic, because here we have the Sun. You can't even have anything more happier than a naked baby on a horse, right? And then right next to the Sun, we have the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page. Pages are new messages. They're always new messages. And then their suit determines what is likely to be the message. So because it's Pentacles, that page is, usually telling you something new about something that needs to get done in order to affect your daily life. It sometimes is about money. But as I mentioned in that earlier reading, I include your daily life to include, a relationship. New message implies, obviously, that something new would be coming your way. And look they're right next to each other. She's facing him and naked baby's facing her. So I'm thinking, yes. What I want to see, though, is something is changing. And I'm wondering if that's kind of shedding himself of somebody else or something else that's taking his time. So let's just see what this Three of Swords and the Chariot are doing. I'm going to use a clarification card. The Chariot, I want to see what the Chariot's doing, what's speedy, what needs to get on the same page. Okay. All right, we want to see what the Chariot's doing. Let's see. What are you doing? Long road. Moving forward, but with support. Reaching brighter shores. This card is moving faster into this, but this is in the way. Let's find out why. What is that doing here? What is that doing here? Burden. All right. All right. I'm wondering if S has something going on that is burdensome to him, that he's putting to bed. He's putting to rest. He is dropping some baggage. I'm wondering if that's what that means. Dropping some baggage is what I'm seeing. It's taken a while pulling two things together so that you can move forward, and you need support. It's been going a little slowly perhaps, but you're going to somewhere brighter. The burden, the reason for needing to go somewhere brighter, is because something needed to be shed. Something, whether it was a past love, whether it's a situation at home that's taking up all the attention and time and focus, something had to be put to rest. Drop the baggage. It was burdensome. But look at this. The happiness and the new news, the new message, you literally, can't ask for that. That's messages. So I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. I see things coming, but I also see that something needs to happen on his end. I think some baggage needs to be dropped. All right, Mary, I hope that helps. There was no indication as to what kind of baggage. I mean, that broken heart card usually means love, but it doesn't always. So you can't just assume, all right, so I just love that deck. Let's see. All right, let me scroll around. Gotta bear with me for a second. I do focus intensely on the cards. So while I'm reading, I'm not looking at the chat much. That's why the moderators are so helpful for me. Let's see, Cheryl. What is their next move? My crush in Denver. So anyway, when I'm in between readings, that's when I'm wanting to check in with the chat. And in the meantime, please respect and speak to my moderators. Okay, let's do something besides the Druidcraft. All right. What is your next move, Denver? You coming to Cheryl or what? Okay, let's find out. So while I've been on the show, it's been 20 minutes? My internet flicked in and out. It's been 2 or 3 times already, and it is pouring rain. Apparently, I live in the rainforest, and internet's not allowed there. So ahead of time, I'm going to, I'm going to drop cards. I am going to apologize if I do have any more technical difficulties. I know it's annoying. Please, trust me. I'm annoyed too. Plus, it's like outside stuff that I can't even fix. All right, Denver. What's your next move towards Cheryl? I'm going to use the Wizard Tarot. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Very Harry Potter-ish, in my opinion. All right. What is their next move? Okay, let's see, Denver. Okay. Well, we've got a bright card here at the end. There's the sun. Side note, it is not a naked baby on a horse. It is a pretty wizard lady on a white horse. So still got the horse. Anyway, so let's see what your Denver crush is doing. That's a happy card. That's really positive. Here we have the 8 of Cups. Now, the 8 of Cups is kind of a walking on into the mystery, leaving what you have behind to move on and find other things. This here, the 4 of Swords, that is a rest, relaxation, reflection kind of card. I'm wondering if our crush in Denver here had to kind of leave something behind, Cups being the suit of love and emotions, and then kind of try to figure out what's going on, what needs to happen. And then guess what? Here we have the King of Wands. That's growth and effort. The King is, he is just somebody who's going to, first of all, have a lot of action. He hates being bored. He is, he doesn't like routine. He likes strategy. Look at the checkerboard floor. He's got his back turned on the background there, which is the desert, barren looking yard. He wants to move forward. So that is looking really good. I think something happened here, perhaps a breakup, perhaps letting go of a crush of his own or her own, thinking about it, planning. Beautiful sun. Let's do a clarifier. I want to know perhaps what has been left behind. What's going on in Denver that is being left behind? Let us just find out. We're going to clarify you. All right. That is the Knight of Pentacles, another action card. Things are moving. I'm wondering if maybe Denver moved somewhere. The Pentacles, a source or a suit of sources, resources. It can be home, health, work. I feel like he left something having to do with one of those categories. It's not necessarily, this is a love situation here with the Cups, but it doesn't necessarily mean romance love. It means something you loved. And I'm wondering if he moved, changed jobs, something. I'm wondering if that's what's going on. So let's find out what he's thinking about here with the 4 of Swords. What's being thought about? Oh, he misses something. He misses something. Did he move and now he misses where he used to be? I'm wondering if he relocated or got another job. I'm feeling moving though, but it could be a job. All right, so let's just see what our King of Wands is doing. Planning, strategizing, go big, go home. Justice, decision card. This thought process brought about a decision, and now he's thinking about it, strategizing about it, wants to move on it. Okay, let's find out what's so happy. What is so happy? All right, there you go. That is the Knight of Cups. This guy, he is sweep you off your feet, Don Juan, movie character love guy. Yep. I think your crush is it really has feelings for you. I think things are moving. I feel like something happened. Somebody moved or changed jobs, and there was a bit of, nostalgia looking back on it. Now, you asked, what is their next move? I don't see what's coming next, but I do see something's coming, a decision of some kind. So let's pull an endgame card and see what we get. Oop, I can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, 8 of Swords. All right, the 8 of Swords. That's like feeling kind of trapped by your own thinking, your own ideas. You can walk through, you can conquer it, but you're trapped by all the thoughts. So I'm thinking it will not be soon. I don't see anything that's suggesting like, oh my gosh, in 10 years. But I feel like something's going on, and it might be kind of residual stuff from here. But I do see so much going on here and here that I do think your crush is thinking about you, has feelings, maybe strategizing a new move. I don't see any more pentacles. I see a lot of love, but he or she is trying to decide how to move on. And this means that I think your crush is kind of stuck thinking about it, hasn't decided, doesn't know quite what to do yet. All right. Hope that made sense. Hope Denver makes it to wherever you are, whatever part of the world you call home. I've been to Colorado once on a ski trip when I was in high school. It was beautiful. I don't remember much about it because I was probably 16, 17. I'm 50 now, so I remember skiing and I remember it beautiful. Okay, let's just take a look at what else we have. Oh, Miss Taurus Moon Tarot, thank you for your subscription. Again, guys, I catch up on the chat in between readings because I'm very, very focused. And the chat moves pretty fast. I'm so glad you guys are talking to each other and kind of building things in there. Friendship, I mean. Let's see here. Okay, let's get here. We've got the Infamel. Do you think I should move from the hotel I'm living at? Sorry. Let's find out. Let's get a good moving deck. I'm going to use Wonderland. Wonderland. Okay, we're going to use Wonderland Tarot. Let's find out. The Infamel wants to know. Should move from the hotel living in. Let's just find out. Sweet Roses, thank you for coming and thanks for your subscription. I'm very grateful for you guys subscribing to my channel. I'm really trying to grow a nice community here. And I love to make sure you know when I'm doing stuff. Okay, move from the hotel. Okay, let's just see. Let's see what the advice from the tarot is about moving from the hotel that you are currently living at. So let's find out. The Hanged Man, looking at things in a different perspective. Okay. All right. I have a couple thoughts already. The Hanged Man, that is looking at things in a new perspective. That is taking a different route. That is literally saying a lot about what your question is. This one here is the Moon. This is a mystery, bit of a mystery, but you're walking through that mystery. You're continuing to persevere, and you're guided by the Moon. So there is a path. It's not like that mystery thing, like, let me spin you around 10 times in a circle and throw you out there and see if you know where you are. This is a guided kind of journey that has some mystery to it. This here, the Ten of Pentacles, this is a home. This is feeling comfortable. Look at her. Look at Alice. She's on that couch sleeping, all comfortable. There's her little kitty, Dinah. There's another kitty. But look at the pictures. It's home. Those are old pictures. So you're moving toward a home. Okay. And then here we have this celebration, the harmony, support of others. This is looking to me right off the surface that the cards are suggesting you should be exploring some other options. Now, it doesn't say anything like, where to go or what else to do. I want to do an endgame card just to kind of find out where or how, or if it can give us any more. I'm going to put a clarifier on your Hanged Man there to see what you're needing to see in different perspective. What different way do you need to look at it? I want to see what you might want to start focusing on. Okay. That's action. That's growth. I think that this is saying you can do it. You know where to go, what to do. You will be able to figure out how to get there because this is the Moon. But it is definitely a high action card. This is somebody who is very, they get things done. They're like, let me in, coach. I'm going to do this. And another thing that card is for, it represents leaving or coming. Well, you're leaving, right? So there you go. So let's find out again here. We've got this happy, happy home. So I want to see what mystery is going to lead you to that happy home. So we're going to clarify the Moon. Okay, you're not seeing something. I bet you it's something that's there that you haven't thought of. I think you haven't thought of something. That's definitely what I think. Okay, so let's just do one more here on your Ten of Pentacles because I want to see what's going to get you to that happy long road. Okay, it's time to go. It's a long road, but you're reaching brighter shores. You have support. It's going slowly. And it leads. Look where they're going. Almost like I set it up on purpose almost. It's like they're going toward here. So don't be like running home and packing up your stuff and signing the papers saying, I'm out of here. But that is where you absolutely are headed. You're headed toward this. And you're going to have that celebration time. I think, some other people might be involved. I think there's something there that you just might not even be seeing, or you perhaps haven't thought of yet, which all leads back to seeing things from a different perspective, looking at a different direction. So the cards are suggesting that you should start looking. Be thoughtful about it, though. It's okay to not know things in some areas of life, but where you're going to live, there are a lot of details that you clearly need to pay attention to. So be in a good headspace. And I think that home is coming, but I don't know that it's going to be immediate. And I don't think it's going to be like 100 years or anything, but you're moving toward it, but it's a slow boat ride. Does that make sense? Now, of course, I want to remind you, these are tarot cards. This reads the energy of the moment. You should always use your best judgment before making a decision, especially an impactful decision like where you live and things like that. So these are just kind of like seeds for thought, okay? And I hope it works out for you. Okay. Okay, I'm asked a question about my PayPal, so let me get it out here. I have it where? It is PayPal me. I have to find out what the slashes and all that loveliness are. Give me 1 second and I will pull it up. Okay. 1 sec. Oh boy, what a crappy day. It is raining now, and I am nervous about lightning. No more lightning, no more internet issues. Normally I love lightning, but not when it's cutting all my internet out. All right, 1 more second, please. All right, here it is. I'm going to copy and paste it and put it in the chat. And then we'll move on. There we go. I can't believe I didn't have it memorized. Mansi from India, welcome. I hope you're doing well. I wonder what time it might be by you. That is, I always wonder that. I mean, here in central Illinois in the U.S., it is 12:36 p.m. All right, so let me just take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and scroll. All right. Cosmic dust. My friend A's feelings toward me. What does he want to happen in this connection? No contact in a very long time. All right, so this is a friend situation as opposed to a romantic situation, I'm gathering. Let's see what the cards say, because sometimes those things are interchangeable. We're going to use the Arcanum Tarot, which is my newest, most awesome deck from the beautiful Reina of Sunflower Tarot. Apparently, I'm supposed to drop them all. Okay. All right, what are A's feelings toward cosmic dust? And what does he want to happen in this connection? You haven't had contact in a long time. We want to know what's going on and what A's feelings are right now. All right, so let's see. All right, A, what are you feeling? Cosmic dust wants to know, and so do I, because I'm curious. Okay, I got to get organized here. I've got decks everywhere. They're everywhere. Cool problem to have since I can't get enough. All right, so what are A's feelings about you? Let me see. No contact in a while. Wow. We've got 2 majors and a court card. 7 of Pentacles. There's some harvesting going on, planting of ideas and making them come to fruition. Something is being worked on. There's something that's been worked on for a while. You know how it is when you plant a seed. You need to obviously water it, and you need to have sunshine, and it doesn't pop out of the ground a full-fledged plant or flower. You have to cultivate it. You have to water it every day, you know, and so forth. That's what this card is saying. It says, you know, working and on cultivating and kind of waiting for the next step. Well, look at this. It is right next to the Magician. That is the ultimate manifestation card. That's making something happen. After that, we have Justice. Justice is about fairness, about balance. It is often the decision card. And then here we have the King of Pentacles. This is the king. I mean, and he's got all the money. He's just mastered things. And he has, he's kind of like a retired man who has everything, and he's kind of achieved so much. Okay. I'm going to pull some clarifiers because I want a little more specific information. I definitely see some things being created and there's a decision. So let me see. Let me just see. Okay, let's go see what's being worked on. I want to see what's being worked on. Generosity, work, again. Okay, on each other. All right, I'm going to wait because I think I know what that, I just don't want that. Sometimes the other cards change it, so let me just wait before I ramble. Okay, the Magician. Okay, creating something involving love and emotions. Now, I haven't seen, let me look at the bottom actually. No, I don't. So I'm not sure if this is romantic interest. I understand you're friends. This would be suited for a new romantic interest. However, remember, emotions don't just revolve around love. A good friend is also love. So I think something is going to pop here soon. I want to see justice. What's the decision? What's the balance? What do we need? All right. That's the tarot asking you to wait. Strength. Strength, if you're coming in with swords and cannons blaring, obviously that's physical brute strength. Taming a lion, obviously that takes compassion, that takes time. Being strong is what this is asking. Before a decision is made, to be strong, and time. Again, I feel like it's going to take a little while. I feel like the Strength card is saying that, but let's see what our King of Pentacles is doing. What are you doing, King? Yeah. That's the Star of Hope. That's the guiding light. That is everybody having enough. Okay, so let's do a sum up. Let's put it all together and see how it applies to your question. Okay, there's some work going on, and I believe it has something to do with helping others. Helping somebody, whether it's in an emotional sense or a physical sense, I believe something's going on here, but somebody also needs to realize that sometimes you need help yourself, and you need to not be arrogant about the help you're providing. That I'm elevated and I'm going to help you kind of theme, which is what I'm thinking here, because she's really bored. She's like, I've been growing all this stuff. What's going on? So I'm thinking that perhaps A has been, maybe A thinks that's what you're doing. Has something come up where you were needing to help, and A feels like you just think you're better than A, or something about helping and waiting? Okay. Now, manifestation, love. So yes, you can retrieve your friendship. You can retrieve your friendship, and the balance of that friendship is going to take some calm strength. It's going to take strength to get to the point where you're at the end of the journey, and you are this King of Pentacles and have everything and you can be comfortable. There is hope for that. So yes, I do believe there is hope for that rekindling of the friendship. And now if this is romantic, that is included in that as well. I think this is maybe what the holdup is. So I think you should kind of think on that. I'm wondering if A is thinking that you kind of put yourself in a position that's above A, like, oh boy, I'm better than you. Or conversely, if A is the other way, but I'm feeling like that's perhaps you. So let's see here. I'm going to do one last endgame card one last card, an endgame. Okay, it's going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit before this cycle ends, which is what this represents. There are going to need to be some conversations. There's going to need to be. Now, you haven't had contact, so how do you have a conversation when you can't have contact? I think you need to figure this out, and then I think it needs to be discussed. So whether that means you're reaching out, if you haven't had contact, but this needs to be addressed, because I think that's what's stopping it. Okay. All righty. Well, I hope that helped. Let me put some decks out of my way here. I hope that helps, and I hope that A is back into your life soon. Okay, so, we've got a donation. Helene, wonderful. wanting to move to North Carolina, and will this work out? So let me see if I can put it up on the screen. Oh, I'm losing my place again. I scrolled. So let's just go off this. Where did my deck go? There it is. Okay. All right. Oops, let me fix this. I'm having an issue here. All right, Helene, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. And let's get you your reading. North Carolina. Beautiful state. All righty. All right, so North Carolina, will this work out? Let me get that other question off of there, sorry. Let's back up. There we go. Okay, let me get that out of here. And let me get back. Click, click, click. Okay, so wanting to move to North Carolina, will this work out? Let's find out. Okay. Okay. I do think things are going to work out, and I'll tell you why I say that just right off the bat. I think there are some things that you are battling with, dealing with, processing, that are happening and ongoing right now that you need to kind of get out of the way before you can make the jump, make the move. And I say that because of this Ten of Swords. It is the end of the cycle, the end of the suit before the court cards. So it is the end of that journey. And it's the being exhausted, overwhelmed. You know, these are thoughts and ideas. I feel like you are really overthinking a lot. Not overthinking, but you're thinking about a lot. I guess that's a better way to say it. And you're just kind of depleted and you're just kind of done. The King of Wands, again, just like in our last reading, that's a king is the king. So he is, again, somebody who is stable, somebody who has mastered things. He is the go big or go home guy. And look at what he's facing. He's facing this way. He's facing that feeling of exhaustion, depletion, beaten down kind of feel with swords, thoughts, and ideas. So this has been weighing on your mind, and what's coming next is, excuse me, that go big, go home kind of feel. Here we've got the Page of Pentacles. This is new news, Pentacles, things you need in your daily life, a new home. So that is new news. I want to find out if this is, North Carolina or not, whether it's going to work out. But this is new news, which I'm going to be already assuming that that's going to be the move. The Knight of Wands. Look at, we've got the King and we've got the Knight. The Knight of Wands, action, real blunt, outgoing, but says it like it is. Again, huge action, coordinated action. I feel like this is coming. I just feel like you're really overwhelmed. I want to do some clarifiers there. I want to know what's going on with our Page of Pentacles here. I also want to know what's going on. Our Ten of Swords, you're just being bogged down with thoughts and things going on. I want to know what our King of Wands is doing, because that will help me determine what's going to get you out of that bogged down state. Let me see. All right. Oh, geez, got it all in the mush-mosh. There we go. All right, so let's find out what has to happen, or why the King of Wands is finally able to move on after that. Moving on again. So this tells me that whatever, this is, and again, I can imagine you have a lot of thoughts in your head because of thinking about a move. So many things are involved. And obviously it sounds like you're moving out of state, which is even more work, things to think about. I think you're bogged down with all the different things that you need to do, the decisions you need to make in terms of whether to move and how that move will look. But this is saying right here that yes, you could walk away right now and walk and go do that. Go and, leave what you've got behind, not literally like leave all your stuff, but, leave all this behind because you're going to get moving and then you're the King of Wands. You're kicking ass and taking names. All right. So the news, I'm wondering if that's going to be something about whether or not something's going to open up in North Carolina. Let's see. Something's growing, something's happening, something is coming to fruition. The news of the new place coming to fruition. Wow. Okay. And now let's find out about our night. Now that's when this comes to fruition, that's moving fast and very realistic, very practical movement, which is great for a move. So let's find out what's going on. Queen of Cups. That's about, Cups is the suit of emotions, and the Queen of Cups, while she is very emotional and, doesn't like self-criticism, she's really for close relationships. She's emotional and she's kind of up and down. I'm wondering though, if you have a friend or somebody who's going to be like your sounding board, that's going to help you as you work through some of these thoughts, some of that emotion that goes along with those thoughts. That's what's going to help you make the move. Now, it says yes to move, but or that yes, this would potentially be a good spot for you. Again, reminding you, please, don't make decisions just based on a tarot reading. But this is saying that it's looking really good. I want to get an endgame card because I want to see. Now, we didn't specifically. Well, of course, it's not just going to flat out say it, but North Carolina, I mean. But let's just see what our endgame is. Oh, boy. The Six of Cups. That's the feel-good card. There's your cups. They're full of flowers. They're growing. They're full. Look at how happy those children are. The children also represent the beginning of something. It's not an infant like, oh, God, I'm just starting brand new and I'm going to have so many growing pains. But it is saying that this is kind of in a new beginning, which would be perfect for a new location. So yes, I do believe the cards are suggesting that this move will be a good one. And it's partly, you need to get over those thoughts or whatever it is that's kind of bogging you down. Great, I hope that helped. Sorry for the last few minutes, my dog barking. Somebody knocked at my door. And if it was, well, here they're going again. Okay. All right, Fatima, I've got another donation. Thank you so much. Dogs. Come here, guys. Yeah. If they had middle fingers, they'd be sticking it up at me right now, right? They don't care what I say. They want to bark at the mailman or whoever that might have been. Okay. So, Fatima, let's just see where your question is. Unless Night Reader has gotten it down. Okay. Fatima, I'm not seeing your question. Okay, I'm not seeing Fatima's question. Am I missing it? Okay, let me see here. Let me see, where is it? All right. Well, Fatima, I'm not seeing your question. Thank you so much for your donation. I want to get to your reading, but I'm not seeing the question. So please place it at the bottom there, and I will see it, or my mod will put it on there. Night Reader's doing a great job. I saw another donation come in from Tiona. Tiona, am I saying that correctly? Okay, so let's find that question. Let me write these down. I've got a new system. So that's a donation. I guess I need to, oh, I got that one, Tiona. And Fatima, I'm waiting for your question, please. Okay, so Fatima, let's see if I can find Tiona. Tiona, whoever's knocking at my door, just let her get out of here. Bella. Okay, so let's see, Fatima. All right, I'm not seeing that one either. Oh my goodness. Night Reader, can you help me out? I'm not seeing, oh, Fatima, your melody. That's why. Sorry. I did not click it to put it two together. Sorry about that. Okay, Fatima also donated. Thank you so, so much. Tiona, if you could post your question again, unless your name is something other than, oh, Helene the Poet. Okay, I did read yours. Thank you. Okay, so Melody, what action is Yanni thinking of doing? Dog, please come sit. Please come sit. Please come sit. See, that's taming the beast, right? The strength card. Dog, sit. Okay, what is Giannis thinking of doing? Let's find out. Oops. What action is Giannis thinking of doing? I'm going to use Druidcraft. There we go. See, how about that? I'm strength card today, right? Tamed the literal beast. He is a Rottweiler. He is 180 pounds. He is a marshmallow, but he's got a bite and a bark that will scare off anybody who is endangering his pack. All right, Melody. Giannis thinking of doing. What action is Giannis thinking of doing? Okay, now I'm not sure the details of what he's debating. Okay. What is Giannis thinking of doing? Okay, Giannis thinking of doing. What are you doing? Okay. All right. Well, here we have the Nine of Wands. That's somebody who's protecting what they've done, who's feeling kind of defensive. You know, there's been some accomplishments. There has been some growth, some movement, whatever it is they're working on. And they're feeling very defensive, very protective of what they have done. I also see a new perspective coming up, or part of the deal. Looking at something from a different way. I think Giannis is feeling very defensive and is looking at things a little differently. Princess of Wands, that is the page. Pages are new messages. Wands, the Page of Wands is somebody who's real impatient, who jumps in and is ready to move, but somebody who's really, running in there just impatiently. And then here we have the Six of Wands. That's a little bit of a celebration. That's success. That's like going through the town saying, come on, townspeople, this is successful. We're doing well. So something is happening here that Giannis, I believe, is feeling defensive about, which causes this. Let's clarify. Let's find out. All right, Giannis. All right, guys, this is going to be the last reading for the day, unless I have any other donations, of course. Let me check. It is 1 o'clock, and I am trying to keep an eye on the time. Sometimes I'm not good at it, but okay. Let's clarify. What are you feeling so defensive about? What are you so defensive about? Protecting work is really what I'm getting. Let's find out. Let's just find out. Something that Giannis wants to make sure is fair. Something needs to be fair. There is a decision, and it needs to be made fairly. That's what that means. Okay, Hanged Man, what are we seeing differently? What kind of new perspective are we looking at? That's the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, is somebody who likes to plan. Excellent planner. People love the Queen. This little bunny loves the Queen. Everybody loves the Queen. The Queen is a bit materialistic, but while the Queen is a great planner, she does not usually like to follow through on the plan. So whatever it is that's needing to be decided and needs to be fair is being thought of as to what is the plan to move forward. Now, the fact that the Queen doesn't usually like to follow through on a plan is wonderfully. It's wonderful that this is following it, because guess who does want a plan? And guess who's going to act on it? Guess who's going to keep moving on it? The Princess of Wands, or the Page of Wands. So let's find out. I'm trying to get a feel for like what this is about. If it's money, if it's a love kind of thing. Another one. That is another fast action card. But guess what? This is also somebody who doesn't have a plan. So we've got two that don't have a plan, ready to go, ready to make whatever it is happen that's happening here. But there's a need that's really strongly coming through that there needs to be a plan for it to be fair, for it to be right, and perhaps a new perspective is what needs to happen, or perhaps a new direction. We'll go ahead and do an endgame card as soon as this is done. Okay, so celebrating. What's going on that we're celebrating about? Another Queen. Okay, we got the Queen of Wands this time. This is business success. This is somebody who is who's got it all together, who works well with people, who she's just got it all together. She's stable. She's got a flower. She can make things happen. And that is why there's a success, making things happen. So the really strong feeling is we're lacking a plan somehow. Giannis is trying to make sure something is fair, very defensive, needs to look in a different direction that will spark the plan. But again, the plan is not there. The Queen, she's the one who's going to have it all together, and then there will be celebration. What's the decision? I'm not sure. It's not really giving me much of we've got all different kinds of suits. We've got wands, we've got swords, we've got pentacles, but guess what we don't have? We do not have cups. So I have the tendency to believe this is not a love relationship kind of type question, or a friendship. Could be, but I'm thinking it's suggesting it's not. Let's do an endgame. Strength. That's me and my dog. No, I'm just kidding. Strength, perseverance, patience. I think things are in motion. There's a plan being developed. A plan, whatever it is, Giannis wants to move on it. He does, but I'm thinking there is a lack of planning. And then this for you, I would assume this is for you. Either helping you stay strong, you need to be kind. I'm thinking though, it is, you need to be strong for Giannis, excuse me. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. You need to be strong. Okay. Melody is saying it's a love connection. Okay. I'm not seeing any love cards, really big love cards or anything like that, but something is moving fast. Pentacles is the suit of resources, daily life, and then Wands is the suit of growth. Now that I know it's a love connection, I would not say write that off. I'm thinking that there is a bit of growth that needs to happen before that can come to fruition. The Strength card is telling me that. Calm, strength. Be aware. There's something that needs to be fair, something that would be important or to Giannis, that he's feeling defensive about, maybe protective, feeling like he needs to protect that. And you're being asked here to be strong. There is celebration possible, absolutely. And I think the will is there, but I think the plan is missing. Does that make sense? All right. Well, I hope things come around. Again, this wasn't like a whole spread of broken hearts or anything, of course. But I think there's something going on that Yanni needs to look at, and a decision needs to be made. Some kind of decision. I didn't get anything about the decision, so I don't know what it is, but there is a decision. All right, everyone. I want to thank you so much for coming, and I will be here again tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is Wednesday, so it's a double duty tarot at 12. We'll be doing 12 o'clock, obviously, and then I'll be here at 7:30 p.m. for those of us that have an evening, if evening is better. So I will be here tomorrow at 12 and tomorrow evening at 7:30. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you again. So thanks again, and